Far beyond the coastline, where land disappears and the ocean becomes endless, one of the most demanding fishing operations in the world begins. This is commercial crab fishing, a process shaped by cold water, heavy machinery, long hours, and absolute precision. Every crab that reaches a market has passed through this exact chain of events, far from public view. The vessel leaves port before dawn. Supplies are loaded, fuel tanks are full, and the crew prepares for weeks at sea. There is no room for comfort here. Every square meter of the ship serves a purpose. On deck, steel crab pots are stacked in towering rows. Each pot weighs hundreds of pounds and is designed to survive crushing pressure on the ocean floor. Before fishing begins, preparation dominates every moment. Crew members inspect ropes for damage, checking for weak points that could snap under tension. Hydraulic winches are tested again and again. Any failure at sea can lead to serious injury or worse. The ocean offers no second chances. Bait preparation comes next. Large quantities of fish are cut and loaded into bait containers inside each pot. The smell is strong and intentional. Crabs rely on scent to navigate the darkness of the deep ocean. Once the pots reach the seabed, that scent will spread slowly through the water, guiding crabs toward the trap. As the vessel reaches the designated fishing grounds, the atmosphere changes. Everyone moves with urgency. One by one, the pots are lifted and guided toward the rail. With a final signal, each cage drops into the sea. It sinks rapidly, pulling the rope tight as it descends hundreds of feet into darkness. At the surface, a buoy marks the location, the only visible sign of activity beneath the waves. Once deployed, the pots are left to soak. This waiting period can last hours or days, depending on conditions, crab behavior, and regulations. During this time, the crew monitors weather systems and sea state. Strong winds or shifting currents can turn routine work into a life-threatening situation.
Hold on tight. Another big one coming.
I see it. Secure that line.
Watch the starboard side.
When the time comes to retrieve the pots, the deck becomes a controlled chaos. The winch engages, groaning as it pulls the line upward. The rope emerges dripping with seawater. Slowly, the pot breaks the surface, heavy and unpredictable. As it swings onto the deck, live crabs collide inside, claws striking metal. This is one of the most dangerous moments on board. The deck is slick with ice and water. The ship pitches with the swell. Crew members move fast, staying clear of swinging gear. Every action is deliberate. Experience matters here more than strength.
Stand back.
The pot is opened, and the crabs spill onto sorting tables. They are alive, aggressive, and powerful. Thick gloves protect hands from crushing claws. Sorting begins immediately. Using metal gauges, the crew measures each crab. Regulations are strict. Crabs below legal size are returned to the ocean. Females carrying eggs are released without exception. This step is critical for sustainability. Releasing non-legal crabs ensures future populations and continued fishing seasons. It is not optional. Every crew member knows the rules and follows them closely.
Check the size on that one.
80 millimeters, legal.
Send the small ones back down the chute.
Only legal crabs remain. They are moved quickly below deck. Time is everything. The faster processing begins, the better the final quality. Delays reduce freshness and value. Below deck, the vessel transforms into a floating processing plant. Crabs are washed thoroughly using cold seawater to remove sand, shell fragments, and debris. Conveyor systems move them deeper into the processing area. On some vessels, crabs are processed raw. On others, they are cooked immediately. Large stainless steel tanks are filled with boiling seawater. Batches of crabs are lowered in. Steam fills the room, reducing visibility. Temperatures are extreme. The work never stops. Cooking times are precise. Overcooking ruins texture. Undercooking risks spoilage. Crew members rely on experience rather than timers. Once cooked, the crabs are rapidly cooled to halt the process. Some crabs remain whole. Others are split into sections or legs, depending on market demand. Each piece is handled carefully to preserve appearance and meat quality. Damaged product is removed immediately. The next stage is freezing. Crates are loaded into blast freezers, where temperatures plunge to as low as -30 degrees Celsius. This shock freezing process locks in freshness and prevents ice crystal damage. Proper freezing is the difference between premium product and waste. Once frozen solid, the crates are transferred to freezer holds. These massive insulated spaces operate around the clock, maintaining constant temperatures. Every crate is labeled, tracked, and secured. Even here, organization is critical. A single failure can ruin tons of product. While frozen cargo rests below deck, fishing continues above. The cycle repeats day after day. Long shifts blur together. Sleep comes in short bursts. Fatigue is constant. But the work does not slow. Weather is an ever-present threat. Freezing spray coats the deck in ice. Wind-driven waves crash over the bow. Simple movements become hazardous. Crew members rely on training, routine, and trust in one another. Injuries are common. Crushed fingers, strained muscles, broken bones. Medical facilities are limited. Many problems must be handled on board.
Okay, try not to
This
move it too
reality
much
is
for the next few
accepted
hours.
before the voyage even begins. After weeks at sea, the vessel finally turns toward port. The holds are full. Every crate represents hours of labor and risk. As the ship docks, cranes lift the frozen cargo from the hold. From here, the crab enters the global supply chain.
Okay, bring the next pallet right here.
Processing plants,
Stand
distributors,
clear. Move it to
restaurants,
aisle 5.
all depend on what happened far offshore.
All right,
Few
bring
will
that
ever
pallet
see the
straight back.
conditions under which the
Seal
crab was
integrity
caught.
checked. Manifest is clear.
Commercial crab fishing is not romantic. It is relentless, mechanical, and unforgiving. It demands physical endurance, discipline, and respect for the ocean. The next time crab is served on a plate, it carries more than flavor. It carries cold steel decks, frozen winds, sleepless nights, and the effort of crews who worked where the sea meets the horizon, and land is only a distant memory.